Okay. Reason for this video is because I'm running into a bit of a dilemma. I've kind of found a solution, but it's not the ideal solution. I've now, despite this being Jim Dunlop, I've been using this size pick for the longest time. Since I started playing guitar, I've been using this size pick. And there's actually a name for that style of pick, to be quite frank. Give me a second here to find it on the computer. Yeah. Well, there's different numbers, but I think it's basically your 351 shape celluloid pick. This one just happens to be a Jim Dunlop. Whether it's Jim Dunlop, Fender, whatever make, PV, it doesn't matter. This is the kind of pick I've been using for the longest time. I started off, I remember having thin, then I graduated to medium, and I used medium forever. Then in 2019, when I got my H string, and the reason being, there is a specific reason why I went to this size, because I've never used them before, because I thought if you used anything thicker than medium, you'd break your strings. Well, you don't. Like everybody knows, my buddy, nickname Ugly, has a solo project called Dead Sex. He sent me a pick with Dead Sex on it. But the thickness of this pick, I was like, whoa, I really like it. This is very thick. You can't bend it at all. I'm like, wow, I like thick picks. So I did some research and okay, extra heavy. So I decided to go to heavy. There's extra heavy. I'll try extra heavy. I tried extra heavy. Fell in love. I love extra heavy, really thick guitar picks. But I like this size. Okay? I might even ask him where the hell he got this pick from. I like this size. I like the 351 shaped celluloid pick. I always wanted to try the Ernie Ball Prodigy picks, the 2.0s. I used to use these big diamond picks a long time ago when I was a teenager. I liked them. This thickness of guitar pick is what I like, the 2.0, but it's too big. Jesus Christ. Well, then why don't you go back to these Jim Dunlop? Ever since I discovered my solution, I wouldn't mind a guitar pick like this, a teeny bit bigger. Not as big as these giant diamonds, but a teeny bit bigger than the 351 celluloid. They don't exist. So what I've decided to do was take the big diamond, use my knife sharpening block or any kind of sandpaper, and file it down. So I filed down the edges so that it's a teeny bit bigger than the Jim Dunlop 351 celluloid. This is perfect. Exactly what I'm looking for. So, unfortunately, they don't make guitar picks this size. They don't exist. I did buy a bunch of the Ernie Ball Prodigy picks that are the teardrop. This one, too damn small. It's obviously the perfect thickness, but it's too goddamn small. I don't like them. And these ones, the big diamonds, I find too big. Where does that leave me? I've got to buy the big diamond ones and file down the edges, and that's the perfect size that I like because they don't make them. I got these ones off Amazon, but when I go back onto Amazon to get more, they're not showing up. I don't know why. Long and McQuaid, I stand behind Long and McQuaid 100%. Everything I get when it comes to music and equipment and like guitars and drums and all that kind of stuff, I will physically go into Long and McQuaid and support their business. But they also have a restocking fee, which I know they're running a business. I get it, fine. But I'm not spending an extra $8 just so they can put a pack of picks on the shelf. I'm not doing that. And they don't have the Jim Dunlop. Well, they did for a while. Now they've got Fender Heavy. But when you type in extra heavy guitar picks, the one thing that comes up that I don't understand why, because I don't follow that kind of music or play that kind of music, is when you type in extra heavy, all these tiny little fucking picks that are even smaller than this friggin' teardrop pop up, and they're jazz picks. I'm like, how do you even play with a pick that fucking small? It's like holding, I don't know if any of you are from Canada, but other than our bills, we have coins. We used to have the penny, the dime, which is the smallest, the nickel. I feel like holding anything smaller than this, you might as well just fucking pick up a dime and start playing a guitar with a 10-cent dime. They are so damn small. It's like, I don't think I could get used to that. The only other one I think I could get used to, but I just can't be bothered. And they come in extra heavy, I'm looking right at it, is the Ibanez Sand Grip. That's another thing I wanted to mention. These picks don't have grip. I sweat. I don't know if it was Eddie himself or Wolfgang or someone else, but someone gave the information in an interview saying Eddie Van Halen was in communications with Les Paul, the guy who invented the electric guitar. And he said one day Les Paul, I don't know if Eddie called Les or Les called Eddie, but they got into a phone conversation. He says, "Oh, what you up to?" And he goes, Eddie said, "Oh, I'm just taking some sandpaper and gluing them to my picks." He's like, "Oh my God, I am too." The sand grip is kind of like taking sandpaper and gluing it to your pick. I don't feel like going through the trouble of doing that. So another thing I've noticed, heard, I think it was Scotty in from Anthrax. He said he was he calls Dimebag Daryl. He says, I was talking to Daryl, and he goes, "Oh, dude, here, try my pick." And he's like, "Okay." So he grabbed his pick, and he's like, "The hell with that?" He's like, "Oh, I take a pocket knife and I score it. I cut lines into it." He's like, "Oh my God, it adds grip." He's like, "Yeah, holy shit." He goes, "Now when I pick up a regular pick, it just feels weird." I started doing the same thing. I started taking a pocket knife and just scoring it. So now I score my picks. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to continue buying these big Ernie Ball Prodigy diamond picks. I will use a sandpaper or sanding block, whatever. Get the edges off, file it down a bit smaller, and then score it. And those are the picks I use, because I like them a teeny bit bigger than the regular celluloid, the 351s, and I want grip. So taking the diamond, shaving off a bit on the corners, filing it down to a bit of a smaller size, and taking a knife and scoring them. These are the picks. This is absolutely 100% better. Perfect. A teeny bit bigger than this one. And there's grip. It really sucks when you've discovered something that you like, but it doesn't exist, so you have to take something else and alter it. That's how Eddie Van Halen came with his guitars, because he liked the Frankenstein. He liked the Charvel neck and headstock, but he liked the Strat body. So that's what he did. He bought an old Strat body and a Charvel neck, bolted it on, and put in a humbucker, and he built his. That's why it's a Frankenstein. He built his own guitar. I'm now kind of building my own picks, because what I want doesn't fucking exist. And there's no way any of these companies are going to get a hold of me and say, hey, we're going to, endorse you. What kind of picks do you like? Really? Okay. If Ernie Ball would get a hold of me and say they'll endorse me and send me a box of picks, and like signature picks, the way I like them, this is exactly what I'm going to tell them. Take the big diamond ones, don't make them as big, and put grip. But that's what I do. That's what I use now. I'm using the big diamond ones filed down, and I'm taking a pocket knife and I'm cutting lines into it to score it for grip. Because like I said, the size I want and with the grip, they just don't fucking exist. And the other thing that I noticed is with these ones with the grip, it only gives you like that much pick to use. It's like, really? Maybe I am only using that much when I'm playing, but just seeing it and thinking, oh, that's all that I've got for playing? That's gonna wear down within days. I don't know. I can't bring myself to buy a pack of Grip Wizard and Sand Grip. I don't know if that's going to say player. Maybe I can flip this around. Yeah, right there. That one right there. Oh, I got a notification. That one right there. Let's see what it says when I click on it. Oh, players pack 6. Extra heavy. There's only 6. Well, I think there's only 6 of the Ernie Ball 2. Let's go back to Ernie Ball Prodigy. Oh, here they are. Yes, these are the ones I'm buying. The Prodigy White Large Shield picks for $18.99. That's the pick I'm using, but it's got too much. It's too big. So I'm filing it down so that it's a teeny bit bigger than your. But see right here, that's a bit smaller, right? That'd probably be perfect. That's the other problem I'm running into. They do exist. They do have the picks that are a little bit smaller. They're not in stock. So on top of $18.99 for 6 of them, Long McQuaid's gonna probably charge me $10-15 just to put them on the fucking shelf. No! I'm not spending $25, $30 on 6 picks. Give me a freaking break. So I'll spend $20 and file them down. What other choice do I have? I'm not spending an extra. I'm not doubling the price just for them to say, hey, yeah, we need different picks to put on the shelf because the guy wants to buy them. Okay, thanks. Not gonna do. There's the restocking fee. I can't remember where I got that. Where I heard that information from. I remember asking for something, and it wasn't on the shelf. And they said, "Oh, can we help you find something?" I'm like, "Yeah, I came in here about a month ago, and I don't know if it was an audio cable or picks." And I said, "Yeah, I came in here a month ago, and I bought something, and I don't see it anymore." "Oh, we just don't have it on the shelf right now." "Oh, can you order it to?" "We can, but there's a restocking fee." Really? Like, I was like, really? They're like, yeah. No, thanks. I'm not spending an extra $10 just so you can get on the phone and order a pack of picks to put on the shelf. No, I'm not doing that. So I'll do without. Sorry there hasn't been any guitar playing videos in a while. I've been playing. Been too damn lazy to get the camera going and testing my volume levels, and I can't remember if I said anything. I know my wife doesn't want me saying anything. My family and I, my wife and my son and daughter, we are currently doing something that is going to be very life-changing. It has nothing to do with our jobs. We're doing something that's very life-changing. So we are communicating with some very important, powerful people. And all my free time, I'm either listening to music, playing my PlayStation 5, or communicating with these people, because we're going to be making an unbelievably enormous decision that's going to change our lives for the better. So, something extremely massive is happening right now with us. So that's where a lot of my time and energy is going into. Once we make our decision, then I can reveal what it is. I can make a video on it, but until then, I'm not saying anything. But yeah, we are currently working with some very powerful people, and we're going to be making a enormous decision to change our lives for the better. So today's video is just talking about the guitar picks. So that's what I like, what I don't like. I'm looking for very thick guitar picks, a teeny bit bigger than the 351 celluloid picks, and I'm not paying a restocking fee for them to put them on the shelf. So I'm going to buy the ones that are a teeny bit bigger and just file them down. Yep. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.